So that's it. So if you want to make your lines all the way down, or draw the curve like this, that would be ice cream. And if you liked your mashed potatoes, just leave them off. All right. And from here, I want to go ahead and do my piece of pie. Pie in this one would be mostly just straight lines. So we've got the harder parts done, but let's take a break from the curves for a little bit. Now when we do the pie, we're just doing a slice, and we want to draw a straight line across. That is the thickness of our pie. And then we want to start to draw a triangle. Let's look at this line. It kind of comes up, not straight up, but it's going to come in at a little bit of an angle. So I'm just going to make it going in at a little bit of an angle, not too long. And then I want to connect these two for this triangle shape. And now I want to talk about how tall my pie is. So I'm going to draw a straight line. Move this up so we can see. I want to draw a straight line on the left and a straight line on the right on the base of my triangle. So you can see here this is connected. Go ahead and connect this, and it's already starting to look like pie. Now all we have to do is draw that crust. So we're just going to make a couple of loops from where the crust would be on the edge of the pie while it's in the pie plate. So we're just going to come around and just do a couple loops. They could be flatter, they could be curvier, and I'm just going to stop right there where I am on the side of my pie. If yours goes a little bit further, that's fine. Maybe your pie has some thick crust. We can see this just is going to go straight on down to show the side of the pie where it would be on the pie plate. And then I want to go ahead and make this line a little longer down there, and I'll draw straight across for my crust, and I'll connect them. So let me go back over on this one so you can see. We did our loopy lines, okay, and then straight on down, and made this a little bit longer and went across, okay. And so what kind of crust do you like? Do you want it to be like a really dark brown crust or really light brown crust? That all has to do with how much you're going to push on your brown. Maybe you want to have a nice brown crust because you like vibrant colors. But what color is the inside of that pie? You want to figure out what color you want it to be. If it's a fruit filling. Or maybe it's a pecan pie. What a pecan pie look like? So now we're going to do the top ones. I'm going to do a cupcake, and to do a cupcake I got to go back to my curves. So I want to do a nice big flatter one. So this one, it goes across like another smiley face on the bowl. So we want to do a nice long one across. I'm just going to do it. It's not too high up. Nice big one. And then I just want to do a little bit of a line for where it's just wavy and going across to connect it. So it looks a little bit like the frosting. That's all we got to do for the cupcake. It'll be interesting to see what you want to color it. What color frosting would you want to have? Even if you're not a cupcake person, these are always fun to draw. Then I want to draw my lines down. You can draw them straight, but I'm going to try to put them a little bit toward the middle because I'm just going to angle them just a little bit, because our coffee mug or hot chocolate, those are straight. But cupcake papers are going to go in just a little bit for when we pour in the batter, and it's easier to get them out of the cupcake pan. So we're going to just come in just a little and just a little, and then we'll match them up. And cupcake papers are pretty wrinkled, so let's draw the lines of those wrinkles. Those are an accordion fold. So I'm just drawing those from the bottom to the top. Okay. And of course we have our cookie. Now I got a pretty big cookie here when you look at the bowl of ice cream. Let's look at this. It's not a perfect circle. This is a wonky line. So this is what it would look like baked. So I don't need to have it look exactly like that. Every time I'm going to draw sort of a wonky sort of circular shape, it's going to be a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that, and I'm just going to not worry about is it a perfect circle? Because cookies usually aren't. And then what I want to do is come in and draw my chips, or if it's oatmeal raisin, maybe you can see some of the raisins showing up. And if you want to draw circles, that's fine, but I'm just going to repeat that wonky shape because sometimes you can't see the whole thing. So I'll just make wonky sort of circular shapes inside here. And I want to do them on the edge and pretend that they're going over. And maybe that's all I want to have for that cookie. All right, and now finally, to everybody's favorite part, the candy. When we're doing hard candies, we just basically have to draw lines that we've already done on the rest of the page. So if we do the circular one, this could be like a butterscotch disc maybe. We're just going to draw a circle. And to do the sides, we just sort of want to pretend that we're going to draw a triangle with a wonky side. So I want to stick them out, straight line here and a straight line here, kind of like I'm giving him ears. But I want the third side of the triangle to be a little wonky. Right? And then to this little line here is to sort of show the fold in the plastic that wrapped up the candy. So not too far. Let's do it again. So we have just one side of the triangle, another side of the triangle, and make the third side wonky. And a line out for the wrinkle in the plastic wrap. And we'll do the same thing for the other one, but he's kind of an oval one. So let's draw an oval. We've got plenty of practice drawing an oval. So I'm just going to draw a nice oval and give him the little pieces of wrap like I did on the other one. So nothing, no big deal. One side of the triangle, second side of the triangle, wonky, third side, and a line for the wrinkle. Now, the rest of this is up to you. You could add some more candies. That would be fun. You could even tilt them. Like what I like to do is sort of just have them where they're not straight. I'm going to draw it straight, but my paper is tilted. So maybe I'm going to draw a peppermint or butterscotch disc, and I'm going to do my two sides of my triangle and wonky side and wrinkle. Two sides of my triangle, wonky side and wrinkle. Okay, but you also might want to say something on here. You could say yum. You could say my favorite dessert is. Now if you're going to spell dessert, let me go ahead and write that out for you, and we'll look at some different ways that you could write it if you like.